On October 15, 1997, NASA's Cassini spacecraft was launched from Cape Canaveral, Florida, on what would become a 20-year mission. A plan to gather information we have never seen before about Saturn's mysterious rings and moons. When Cassini was thrown into outer space, it wasn't alone. The European Space Agency and the Italian Space Agency had attached the small Huygens probe to the spacecraft, where it was to be dropped on Saturn's largest moon to perform an in-depth study of the clouds. Before any of that, after being launched into space, Cassini performed flybys of Venus, Earth, the Moon, and Jupiter. This was key as Cassini-Huygens would be using the planet's gravitational pull to thrust them faster into space. On April of 1998, the spacecraft made its first flyby of Venus, getting within about 284 kilometers of the Venusian surface. This accelerated the Cassini-Huygens about 7 kilometers per second. On January 14, 2005, the Huygens made a successful landing on Titan, making it the furthest any spacecraft had ever landed. After dropping off Huygens, Cassini continued to orbit Saturn and occasionally fly by the moons, Titan and Enceladus. During one of these flybys in 2006 of Enceladus, a formerly average-looking moon, the spacecraft flew right through one of the distinct plumes coming from the moon and discovered water vapor similar to that of reservoirs that erupt in Yellowstone-like geysers. The geysers later revealed a global subsurface ocean of liquid water where key chemicals were found that suggest that hydrothermal vents lined its seaboard. On Earth, areas like these are teeming with life, like species of octopus, crabs, and shrimp. These discoveries made Enceladus one of the best places NASA may find forms of life. Little was known about Titan before the touchdown of the Huygens probe in 2006. Since landing, scientists at NASA have realized Titan is more Earth-like than they could have ever imagined. What they saw was the first ever lakes beyond Earth made of methane and ethane. The discovery of liquid methane and ethane adds Titan to the handful of worlds in our solar system that have similar properties and formations of Earth. The Cassini-Huygens mission was a complete success and a very well-spent investment. Information and the images that Cassini retrieved are revolutionary and gave scientists a new glimpse of the possibilities that the universe holds and will continue to educate scientists and citizens about the no longer mysterious ringed planet. As for the Italian Space Agency and the European Space Agency, this mission was a major political and social success. Consistently masked by the greater and more popular NASA, the agency have contributed their knowledge to one of the most defining missions of space discovery. On August of 2017, after a spectacular 20-year mission, Cassini has finally reached the bottom of its propellant fuel. On September 15, 2017, after sending its final photos to NASA, the unmanned spacecraft used its remaining bit of propellant fuel to crash itself into Saturn's rings. The spacecraft was at its maximum potential, and the limitations were that it could no longer continue. With no propellant fuel left in the craft, relying on purely gravitational force would result in the spacecraft sooner or later crashing into Enceladus, the one moon in our solar system where life could potentially develop. There is a theoretical environmental chance that microbes from Earth may have survived on board. Scientists weren't willing to risk contaminating Enceladus where life could evolve untouched by mankind. The solution to this problem was the controlled crashing of Cassini. It was a spectacular end for an extraordinary 7.8 million kilometer journey. With this decision, Enceladus can potentially begin new forms of life outside of Earth.